Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, gather round and welcome to a new episode of the new season of the B Team. As Ben, unusually, tries to blind himself with a strobe light, we are pleased to be brought to you by Jackrabbit Illustrated, who, of course, has the title sponsor of Kubota Dealers of South Dakota, with dealers across the whole state of South Dakota. There's always a place near you to get in some orange equipment. And today, they have fantastic equipment to take care of your yard, your acreage, or your farm. They've got anything you need to get it done, and they have parts and service as well at all of their locations. Get into some orange today. As always, we are the B Team. As always, we are late. You're welcome. We're here.
Hey, it was less than 5 minutes.
That's right. It was less than
people
5
need to
minutes.
just settle.
It's only a game. Why you have to be mad? There's like a very select audience that's going to get that reference.
I got it.
NHL fans will get it. We are finally back. Ben, I think this is your first one. We've knocked the rust off a little bit, but Ben, you've been busy. So how the hell you been, man?
Good.
Good.
Ben? Yeah, it's been a super busy summer, but yeah, can't believe it's already here. The summer went by fast, and man, it's game week, so got to lock in and get ready to go.
Hell yeah, Chad, you've been just doing your man of many hats for the show. So you've been all over on every pod and just the jack of all trades. So I think we know how you've been, but how's your night and day after the A team last night?
Yeah, last night I was able to throw that up real quick, so that was kind of nice. We got done, in about an hour. So not that we'll do that here. I don't expect that with the B team. It was great. Got to work today and didn't put out as many fires as normal with other people's computers. So that was nice. Got some actual work done for once instead of fixing other people's stuff. That's the word I was thinking there. And
B team, on the A team, let it fly. Come on, let's be true to your roots. Don't turn on us. Don't turn into an A team snob on us.
All computers are shit, so it really doesn't matter.
There we go. Yay!
So yeah, got a little extra work done today than normal, so that was kind of nice. Then came home. Good thing is Ben set this all up today, so thanks, Ben. Round of applause to Ben for setting up the pod. So it was one less thing to do too. So
anything to help.
Appreciate it.
Hell yeah.
I when I'm at work, I kind of got to work. So I didn't get this one done last night because I wasn't 100% sure when we were going live. So
yeah, well, yeah, we were we were very B team about it, so that's okay. I'm pumped. Got some new background toys that I love. It's kind of hard maybe to see a little bit, but got some new lighting in the back with some JI logoed 3D printed lights.
Those are pretty
sick. Yeah, Dakota Mayhem hooked me up. So there is potential. We haven't really talked to Matt too much, but if we wanted to, if the populace wanted some, maybe we could work on getting some out. But anyways, that's my big news. Otherwise, Zena's grown and we're running. So Rev says the new background toys has a whole new meaning.
Hey, if you come in discrete boxes,
they are discrete boxes, as opposed to what will happen if I get your address. It will come in very undiscreet boxes.
Careful what you wish for, Rev.
That's right. So as always, we're the B team. We would like to thank our show sponsors, Culver's of Brookings and Watertown. Culver's Brookings Watertown. Get down there and get you some Scoopy tokens. I am still hanging on to my gift cards from Ben that he gave me after the long wait to get paid off for the bet, and then I've kept them even longer because I always forget that I have them when I roll through and get my Butterburger. I think I found a new favorite at Culver's though. I've always been a straight Butterburger guy because a better brand of beef makes a Butterburger better. But I went and had the melt, not the Swiss and mushroom melt, but their toast melt that they have. Oh, that thing slaps. Next time I'm gonna have them put some tomato on there, and it's gonna be a better version of the Frisco burger. It's awesome. So give that a whirl. Yes.
Is that on sourdough then?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, it's thinner. It's a little thinner than like a Frisco burger would be, but it's pressed and all that, and it's delicious. And as always, get yourself some beer cheese with your fries to take it to the next level. And of course, you got to get some soft serve custard to go along with it because it's not ice cream, it's custard. So it is fantastic.
For the record, this show is sponsored by Wooden Legs. We can break into that real quick.
Okay.
We have not had a chance to get extra beers to me.
Okay. Clear it up. Culver's is a show sponsor. Wooden Legs is a segment sponsor.
Segment sponsor. They are a show
I felt
sponsor,
really
not
stupid for a
the
second.
show sponsor.
I was
But
like, wait,
tonight
just
we're
went over
doing
this.
whiskey because I haven't got my chance to get my beer there yet. I thought I was going to be able to stop by before this week, and it didn't happen. So that's on me, not on them. They're great to work with. And Ben is, now I do that only with,
that's the
I do that with the sourdough. I do that with sourdough.
I had to show everybody how good this burger is because I agree with Brendan that the mushroom and Swiss burger at Culver's is delicious. It is a regular bun, but the regular bun is awesome too. So,
no, I was talking about the melt. This is different.
This is a different one.
Yeah, that's a different one. Yeah.
Get that though with the sourdough. The Amex took my word on that.
Mm-hmm.
That's where it's at. Yeah.
All right, but back to we were talking about Wooden Legs.
Yeah, man.
I think it would be no better time to debut the label for the beer that we're collaborating with Wooden Legs.
Yes,
I agree.
I think so. If we're
Steve Anderson's.
This is classic us. Football's later. You guys hang in there. You know, we
got sponsorships to go through.
We're really excited about this.
I did tease it, so I'm going to have to show it here. So, drum roll, please. The label for Garage Time is going to be a hologram of Chad.
Yeah. Thank you, Ryan, for that.
Yes.
Oh, no, that's not the actual label. That would be awesome, though, if we had a hologram of Chad.
Rev, you're not on the label because we're not going to pay you royalties.
No, let's see here.
Royalties. Let's leave that alone.
We'll pull up the actual label here.
Never be royal.
This is the sweet label that I designed. It is inspired by Chad, his typo for Garbage Time. Collaboration between Redacted Illustrated and Wooden Legs. It is a lemon kolsch, crisp citrus, completely unnecessary, just like that fourth quarter drive. So it will debut on Saturday. We'll be at Wooden Legs in person on Saturday to debut this beer. It will be on tap. It will be available in crowlers. You'll be able to get this label on the crowler. And we're really excited about it. I'm so excited to taste it. Have you? Any of you guys got a taste of it yet?
Derek's tasted it. That's the head brewer, as far as I know, is the only one outside of potentially other people up there at Wooden Legs. I imagine they've tasted it as well, but he says it's just the right amount of lemon. It's not overpowering. So that's what we were going for. It was a nice crisp beer with a little touch of lemon. So something that's crushable for those hot early tailgates.
Yeah. Yeah, so on Saturday, we will be there, like I said, and Wooden Legs on game days has fan cakes, and that is free pancakes, free will donation pancakes. So stop by, get some of those, see us. We're going to be doing a live podcast, grab some Garage Time to take to tailgating later. It's going to be a great morning, great way to start the season.
And we're trying to drink them dry. So that's a
I'm
challenge
real
out there.
curious.
Yeah, just ask Chad how many beers they have, and you'll get a real convoluted answer.
10,000 gallons.
16 kegs. 16 kegs.
Beers.
10,000 gallons. 10,000 beers.
I think it's
1,000 beers or 1,000 gallons. There's a big difference.
It's approximately 500 crowlers, I believe, or 1,000 12-ounce beers.
Yeah, 990. It's close enough.
Yeah.
And just clarify, they don't sell cans. they will do crowlers and growlers
Yes, for to go.
to go. Yes. So stop
mean,
in Wooden Legs and get it there, but
A crowler
want
is a
them to go.
can, but
whopper.
it's just a big can.
It's a 32-ounce can.
25.4 ounce can.
Is that what it is?
Man
Oh, I thought they
can.
were.
That's what a crowler is. I think a growler
bad.
is the bigger one.
Well, the growlers, the glass guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're 64, I think.
Yeah.
Well, they make smaller ones. They make 32s in that too.
Yeah. Anyway, real excited about that beer. Shout out to Chad and Brendan, and was Alex there too on the brewing?
And
Alex
Ariel.
and Sam.
And Sam, they brewed it with their own hands. So, and I have personally touched every label with my hands. Oh yeah, the other big announcement: one of the labels is a winning label. It says "winner" and text my personal number, and you'll find out what you won. So, look for you have to buy a crowler and get the winning label, and we'll get you a prize.
It's a double win because you get
Ben's
number.
Yeah.
And you can send him really dubious texts.
I don't know. A lot of people have my number already, so
if Ben doesn't end up on a list by the end of this,
yeah.
At least you're not handing out your address.
Right?
It's only one can. I figure we'll be okay.
Probably.
All right. Anyway, we're real excited about that. So come join us at Wooden Legs on Saturday morning. What time does it start on Saturday morning? Is it 8, 9?
9. The
9.
pancake starts at 9. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Pancake starts at
9.
Perfect.
We'll have a live show there. It's going to be a blast. It's going to be a great way to kick off before we head down to tailgate at the new backyard spot. So this is when you invite them to your chocolate factory.
I don't know.
It's reverse to get. Never mind.
Anyway, that's the other exciting news. We got a tailgate spot in the backyard now. We'll be in the northeast corner of the tailgate area, backed up next to the road. And so come and see us. I'm sure we'll get our flags flying somehow.
Oh yeah.
And we're excited about it. We're gonna have a storage container there at the second game, but we'll have our tents up and ready to party.
I got to get a new flagpole and probably a new flagpole holder. Good call, Ben.
So we're gonna have to get the ones where you slide them under like a tire. I think we're gonna have to get those.
That's what
slide
we have
them under
now.
something.
Oh, I have that one. Sorry, I guess he doesn't.
Mine goes in the hitch
one.
of a pickup.
Yeah.
But anyways, we got a game today or this weekend.
Yeah, sometime this week.
Excited for
Eventually, yeah.
Yeah. All right, you guys are making. I wasn't even worried about it. I mean, honestly, you could probably Google me and find my cell number because of my work. But
Google me.
Worried now. Yeah, no, don't tell them that they could do that. You just screwed yourself.
It's all good.
Did we come to talk football 15 minutes in, or?
Yes, sure. Why not?
Yeah.
Well, we're not 15 minutes in. We got like a minute 20 left. What are you concerned about? It's
I
gonna
do
be an hour and a
have-
half show. It's fine.
I do actually have a lot of stuff to talk about.
Do you have JIAI this week?
No,
Is
that's
that
not in
only
for
gonna
this
be-
show anyway.
No, that's scared money. Don't
You could
make
have it
money.
on this one too. You know, I don't know
I could,
where it debuted.
but I don't. I'm not prepared for that. I was only prepared to reveal the label.
God, it's sexy though.
It is. Yeah, I love
You
it.
did a mighty fine job at that,
You did.
sir.
I like
Thank you.
it a
I
lot.
appreciate it. Oh, there's a backside to it. I didn't want to muddy up the waters.
Well, we can't
but
spoil the whole thing.
There's a special message on the backside. It's really cool. And
What
like I
was
said,
shown on your backside, man.
I redacted every single one of them, so they've all been touched by me.
Touched by an angel.
All right, let's move on. So, yeah, Sac State's coming to town. How many JV signs are going to be in the crowd, by the way?
Not enough.
At least four, because I'm bringing 4.
I want to
I'm
know.
kidding. We're in the front row. I can't be holding up like a bunch of signs.
I'd like signs that say, "Did you actually get your NIL?" Or are they reneging on that too? It's a little bit too much for a
Who
sign, but
knows?
it'd be kind of.
I mean, if
Who
somebody
knows?
had the
But-
Megamind head that said no FBS with the sad Megamind face, would be pretty terrific. Just throwing it out there.
Yeah, for those that don't know, I assume most people listening to this podcast know, but Sac State's president made a comment. They were trying to go FBS, and he made the comment that they're essentially JV right now in the FCS. And so, yeah, that's been met with a little bit of a backlash.
So
And
he
then they
did
asked
say
the girl
he'd
to the
stop
dance.
by. Right. And
He
they
said what?
And they
no.
said no.
He did say he would come by the tailgate if we
Yeah, he
wanted.
did say that. That's right.
So we've got to invite him by our JV tailgate.
We should.
And we
There's
should have
no
a big
way he
sign that
actually
says
stops by.
JV tailgate. We'll find out.
Yeah,
Do we know what he looks like?
What he stops by
Yeah.
and he's just a super cool dude.
I'm sure he is.
I'm
Like,
Oh,
sure
he probably is.
I'm
He's
sure he
just trying to
genuinely
get.
is.
he's just trying to get his program
base
into
up.
FBS,
Yeah.
but
No, you can't hate on the effort. You can hate on the
Dr. Luke Wood. That's right.
Luke would do that. But you can hate on the methods. So
yeah. No, it's an interesting story, with the whole FBS saga. But outside of that, I mean, it's interesting with the head coach they brought in, the offensive coordinator from UNLV last year. He brought the go-go offense with him. And then just a monster number of transfers. I think I saw 34 FBS to FCS transfers. And so there's just a lot of intrigue, I think, around this team, and a lot of, varying opinions on how good they're going to be. I think the spread between the ceiling and the floor for them is huge, because if it all comes together, they could be amazing. But as we've seen a lot of times with teams that take a lot of transfers, it could all fall apart really easily too. And I think that's the most intriguing thing to me is how are they going to look like a team, or are they just going to look like a bunch of dudes that, kind of got together, but they're not an actual team. They don't have a brotherhood. They're not fighting for each other potentially. So that's what I'll be interested in seeing. And then just, with the head coach thing, he's got an interesting offensive scheme, but that doesn't always translate to being a head coach of a team. There's a lot that goes into being a head coach, a lot more than an offensive coordinator does. And so I'm interested to see how he handles that role and if he can bring those guys together. I'm excited to see how it goes.
yeah, I think you nailed it on the head here, because there's so many layers to this game. That's what makes it so exciting. And one of the big ones is how good is Sac State going to be. They've got talent coming out of their ears from what they brought in. I don't think you can really deny that. It's not I roll my eyes at every ranking service in the world for FCS schools, but when they're getting ranked as high as they were among FBS guys, that means those were guys, you get up to those levels, those guys are actually properly scouted, and there's some merit to those rankings and everything. And like, you can't deny they have a huge amount of talent. Will it all come together? I don't know. It looks like he brought in a pretty good staff around him, which should help as well. And I think if you're a Jacks fan, we shouldn't come in just expecting to cakewalk through it. Like, they've been hearing all this noise, all the clowning we just got done doing. They've been hearing that all summer long. And if you don't think they are going to be coming out to prove with a monster chip on their shoulder, holy smokes. I actually wouldn't be surprised if this game got pretty chippy right away, just with how both teams are going to be coming out with a massive point to prove. For the Jacks, we've got a massive chip on our shoulders too. I mean, we've known that since the burn the ships thing, right? The team's got a massive chip on their shoulder. They've got a point to prove. Sac State's coming in with a point to prove. The thing that you feel your knee-jerk reaction is we're going to learn a lot about both these teams. But you know what we're going to say immediately after that game, no matter which way it turns out? Well, we don't really know, because both of those teams are new. So we'll see how they gel, in a couple of weeks when they have this matchup or that, because that's, it's week one. We're doing the same thing with the Incarnate Word Nichols game. It's like, well, how good is Nichols then? And how bad is Incarnate Word and all this stuff? We don't really know, because it's week 1 and everybody's got a bunch of question marks and holes to fill and everything else. You don't know until the ball hits the field. So I'm really excited for a lot of aspects of this game. How does that go offense translate? How are the Jacks able to prepare for it when they haven't seen? I mean, this is a whole brand new squad that they brought in with the amount of transfers. So how do you scheme for an offense that isn't on film with this staff, with any of these players essentially? And how do you scheme up to stop that on the defensive side of things? And on the same token, how does your offense gel? And I kind of look back at when we asked Tim Polasek at media days. I asked him, I said, Coach, would you rather face a team, and I was talking about SDSU USD, who have new coaches and players and everything, but would you rather face one of these teams early in the year before they have a chance to gel, but you don't have much film on them? Or would you rather face them late in the year when they've been able to gel, but you have some film to game plan? And he did not beat around the bush. He didn't hesitate. He said, I want to face them early in the year before they gel. So it's going to be interesting. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw a little bit of sloppy football, to be honest, with how new both of these teams are and how high the emotions are. I think that's going to be a major factor. Whatever team can control their emotions and execute is going to be massive. But boy, there's so much to look forward to in this game. It's really hard to cover all of it.
Yeah, and I think we can talk about their new players all we want, but we have to mention that we also have a ton of new players. We retained quite a few guys, and there's some guys that they may seem new, but they were just waiting in the wings. But we've got plenty of new players too that we need to gel. I think that there's probably a level of confidence that we have just knowing the program, knowing who we brought in for the coaching staff, and that they should be able to continue that legacy. And so we have, I think, some more confidence that way than Sac State probably does, just with they have more unknowns with their coaching staff. But yeah, I'm also intrigued to see how we look. There's a lot of new pieces, both on offense and defense. And, it starts with Chase Mason. And I am so excited to see him be the guy. He's been waiting in the wings. He's learned from Mark Gronowski. And he, from everything we're seeing, he's ready to go. He's ready to lead the team. He's ready to be that guy. And I'm just excited to see, how he looks throwing the ball in a real game, because we've seen a few garage time throws from Chase Mason, but we haven't seen him be able to sling it around all game. We haven't seen a team have to really game plan for him throwing the ball and being able to run it. So just super excited to see what that looks like, because as we know, he's electric. Like if he gets into open space, good luck. Like he looks like a track star out there, but he's also huge. And so if I was a defender, I would not like seeing him coming towards me. And we saw some defenders make some business decisions when he was coming down the field toward him last year. And so I'd expect to see more of that. But, I think with him, I remember many years where we watched SDSU play NDSU. They had similar quarterbacks that could sling the ball, and they had a real serious running threat. And man, was it frustrating watching them on 3rd and longs, and they'd get loose, and it was just like a first down every time. Watching NDSU, with Easton Stick, with Trey Lance, even with Carson Wentz sometimes, it was like, well, it's 3rd and 15, but I have zero confidence that we're going to stop them because they've got that elusive quarterback, and we have to respect the pass. And I'm just excited to see other teams have to game plan for that. And I'm excited to see us have that on our side. And Mark was the same way. I mean, when it was 3rd and 15, I was very confident that Mark was going to convert it too. But I think Chase, he just brings a different element, and I'm just real excited to watch it.
Yeah, I think Chase, he just has, a little bit more obvious speed and athleticism and a little more
Yeah.
electricity to his runs, where Mark was really dangerous with his legs. It just was a little more sneaky and straight up at your face. I'm going to run and pick up the first down, but he wasn't quite like elusive electric, even, which is silly to say when he's got 50 some yard touchdown runs and everything, but it's just a whole different level. And I think as Jacks fans, maybe you need to remember that this will be Chase's first year starting. You don't have necessarily the passing expectations that you had for Mark year 4 compared to Chase year 1. That's not really a fair comparison necessarily. I think he's going to do. Yeah, McKinley, let him know that your mower's out of gas. Help him out, Dad. Jeez.
Not like Dad's got anything going on right now.
The first time he puts his name on a post is so he can tell you the mower's out of gas. That's incredible.
I heard him say Dad. I didn't know what he was talking about.
He knows how to figure it out. No, but if you're a Jacks fan, you have to be excited about Chase coming in. I think you should. It's fair, especially if I was an opposing fan. I would have all the questions. I totally get it. How's he going to perform? Never been a starter, all that stuff. And those are absolutely valid questions. But there's also tons of reasons as a Jacks fan to be excited about what Chase could be. It's going to be exciting to see. And I think him paired, kind of tailing into XD had a comment questioning any ability. I think he meant questioning any ability of the SDSU coordinators on either sides of the ball being back. I absolutely have no questions about Eric Eisnes or Berge. Jeez, Berge. Sorry, Berge. I didn't mean it. I got late night with Borg on the brain, which will be happening, by the way. Borg is in. We are a go. But with Berge and Isis coming back, Isis especially, he has historically been so good at tailoring an offense to its strengths, so that he can get the best out of his players, put them in the best position so they can thrive. And I think that's going to be huge for Chase. If I were to pick a coordinator that we've had in the last 10 years to deal with all the mayhem and turnover and come in and quiet the ship and get a new quarterback acclimated and confident, I would pick Eric Idzis, because I know he's going to make it be something that works instead of his offense and trying to make them make that work, if that makes sense. So really, really, really confident in both those guys. And I'm excited. I mean, I'm really surprised. You hear Zim and Matt after Matt and the Podfather and Zim. Why are they both Matts? Why? That's not my fault. If Zim and the Podfather both go to camp and are blown away at the depth at wide receiver position, which is something, to be completely frank, I did not expect. That is a huge plus if that pans out on the field, And with Loffridge, I mean, that dude, we're going to love that guy. I don't know if I want to call him Juice, since that was O.J. Simpson's nickname. But we'll go with Loffridge.
A little outside the zeitgeist there, man.
Whatever. But look at you with the big words, you fancy shit.
It's German.
Yeah, you got the German words. But there's a lot to be excited about. Do you think that the atmosphere at this will match or surpass the Montana State game?
You mean,
I'd say
match.
Yeah, because we've got more uncertainty going in this one and just as much excitement, it feels like.
Yeah. Yeah, I think
it's our Gold Rush game, isn't it?
The thing is,
no. I'm talking about when we played
the previous one,
the season opener. Yeah, 2 years ago.
2 years ago.
Yeah, because we won the Natty that year, and Montana State didn't make it anywhere. Remember?
I do remember.
Ron, you remember?
They get out of
you were there.
Finals? Semis. They got semis, didn't they? They got semis that year.
I don't remember. Ron, do you remember?
No, I do think. I think for the maybe the casual fan, Sac State probably doesn't move the needle as much. Obviously the more interested into it fans are going to know the narrative of Sac State and going to probably bring a little extra noise, like we probably will. But it looks like it's gonna be a sellout. I think there's like 200 tickets left today. So the atmosphere is gonna be great. The weather's gonna be great. But yeah, I hope it at least matches it or even surpasses it, because I think it's going to be huge. It's going to be, especially, I think that all these FBS transfers, especially coming into Sac State, they're probably thinking, it's oh hey Ree,
she re-up for another season. Good for you.
She did re-up, didn't she? I like it.
But yeah, these FBS guys, I'm sure they're coming in to an FCS program thinking, it's just FCS. The crowd's not going to be that big. It won't be that big of a deal. But I'm guessing this atmosphere is going to be a lot bigger than they're planning on, and maybe bigger than some FBS games they've seen. And so I think it's huge for Jacks fans to bring it and really show them what Brookings has to offer. And then also for our new coaching staff, for all our new players too, just to show them that we got their back. And you, Brendan, you touched on, don't forget that this is his first year starting, and let's be reasonable about our expectations here. For Chase and the whole team, it's a lot of guys first starts, and so let's be a little patient. Hopefully we don't get too upset too quickly, because the thing is, I can see, we've come to have such high expectations. We're, especially since the first national championship, now we expect that, every year we're going to be national championship contenders and, beating teams 45-10, every other game. And, it's just, I think Montana State showed us a couple of years ago that it's not everything's a given. And so fans need to bring it, need to be patient with the team, but, be loud. Especially when we're on defense, people should be standing and loud the whole game, especially a night game. God, it's going to be great. I cannot.
It's electric, man.
Oh man, I miss night games. I wish
Night
that we
games
could
are
have
nice.
more. I wish that. I love our outdoor stadium, but since it's outdoor, we have to have like early games later in the season because it gets so cold. But man, night games are just different, and yeah, I cannot wait for it. It's going to be great.
The best thing about night games is not having the sun blind you for 3/4 of the game. If you sit over where I do, I look at the numbers of ticket sales we have for Sacramento State, and I'm going to say the plugged-in fans understand that Sacramento State has been a quality program for a while, especially if they follow us. We went out there, played them in the playoffs a few years back now. I just look at the ticket sales, and I think people are invested and interested in what this team is going to look like.
Mm-hmm.
And
yeah,
especially season ticket sales.
Absolutely. That number's, oh my gosh. there's the A team shining through. That's my first one. That'll be the last one. But, and we're talking about Chase Mason versus Mark. And it's different running styles. I kind of think about, like, you can have a fast car that's just blazing fast, or you can have a quick car that's really quick off the line. And is this astute? You think this is really dumb, Thumper?
No, my headset cut out and it came back and it sounded like you said, and it can be an ass car.
No, I didn't say NASCAR. I said fast car, and I know what you said. But I think, Mark was quick and deceptively quick, and Chase is just fast. That dude is fast. That's how I see it.
Oh yeah, he's unreal. If people don't know Chase Mason, they're gonna find out real quick. I think, and I'm actually excited for that, for the because there's been quite a bit of a hype train lately, especially like late this offseason. He's been starting to get on some watch lists and things. But I think a lot of fans around the country don't know just how good he can be. And so I'm kind of excited for that part too, his kind of coming out party. And because I think, there's going to be a lot of eyes in this game. I think, from the Sac State thing, and then also from all the turnover that we've had, they're kind of wondering, is SDSU going to stay on top, where they've been? And so I'm excited to see kind of the reactions from that too.
What I honestly think we're going to see a lot of the run game, though. I do think we're going to lean heavy on the run game, with it being the first start for Chase and everything. And because what I'm most excited about is what our O line and D line shaping up to be. I really think the Hogs are going to be a nasty unit this year, and I think they're going to lean on that a little bit to get Chase, a little settled into the game, because he's got a little Brett Favre to him. He's got the cannon arm and he loves to use it, and he's going to try some windows. And I think we might see a couple more interceptions than we're used to, because he tries some things. But I think we'll see Coach E really lean on the 605 Hogs and having a great running back in the backfield to take the pressure off and really allow Chase to burn him over the top with some play action.
Yeah, and especially what Dustin says there. Sorry, Chad, I wanted to show it. He took the words out of my mouth. Lean on the run game, control the clock. That limits the go-go offense. 100%. The go-go offense is hurry-up offense. They're predicated on keeping defense on the field. And, we like to sub guys out, especially on the D-line. They would love nothing more to keep having first downs and to keep us from subbing our D-line. And so I'm not our defense is going to get tired. I mean, they're going to have some success, and our defense is going to be tired. And so it's going to be important to hang on to the ball a little bit on offense, convert some first downs, kind of grind the game down a little bit. And I think it's real important to, kind of take the wind out of their sails a little bit. Because, if you get into that, back and forth, quick scoring thing, that almost plays into their hand a little bit. And so, I think punch them in the mouth a little bit, slow down the game, and, don't let them get any momentum. Because I think that's, from just the go-go offense wanting momentum, but I think also all those transfers, they're trying to figure things out and gel. I think it can unravel pretty quickly if we start to, take a lead early, start to, get some stops strung together. I think that it will unravel for them pretty quickly, potentially. So I think that's a big key.
I think also if they're going to do substitutions on offense, that we're going to be ready to sub at that same time on defense and take our time doing so, because it's part of the game.
Yeah, I think they do what they can to not sub. It's what it seems like.
I think they do. Yeah, I agree. But just got to have a guy ready to go in there. Period. Somebody else comes off the field on their side, we got to have a guy ready to go on our side, just to
for sure
eat up a little of that clock.
Yeah. John Neff asked if the O-line's going to gel right away.
They already are.
To be honest, I think that's something that people maybe just assume, like a bunch of the O-line left when they didn't.
Right.
You had graduations, absolutely, but like there wasn't transfer attrition there. You still got Sam Hagan, you still got Big Q, you've got Papke, you've got a bunch of dudes
Big Bo Wellington.
They're all
returners.
They're all returned. They've all played together. You bring in Adams from SFA. He's the new transfer that's gotten a lot of pub, but last we saw, he was looking like he'd be kind of the sixth offensive lineman. And who was it that I should know? I was listening. They moved him at Pika. He's pulling the Quentin Christensen, where he's performing so good they just can't keep him off the field, so they're throwing a tight end number on him to put him out there to play some bully ball. I mean, my last concern is the O-line, honestly, on this team gelling as of right now.
Well, Dustin mentions Adams from Stephen F. Austin, and he might not even start. And so that's just a testament to who we had in the program already. And we're glad he's here, and I'm sure he's gonna keep fighting for a starting job and be a very capable backup, or come in for heavy packages or whatever. But it's just kind of crazy that a guy like that transfers and we're still he may not even start. So the other thing I was gonna this comment here about does SCSU have the toughest out of conference schedule if you don't count FBS games? I think it'd be hard to beat, definitely, between Sac State. I think they're the polls
14th,
like 10 to 15 range, and then Montana State top 3 or 4. So I don't think there's anybody else has a tougher FCS out of conference schedule.
Yeah, and anybody who wants to count their FBS game towards having the tougher out of conference schedule, like especially SoCon teams that love to go, yeah, well, we play SEC teams down here. Yeah, congrats. We could schedule the Green Bay Packers, and if they paid us and let us, that just means we're scheduling a loss. Like the last time a SoCon team upset SEC team was, I think those players' kids are able to drink. So
I mean, I think they had them beat in the second or third quarter at some point. So there's that moral victory.
Yeah. Hang the banner. That doesn't. I mean, it doesn't make your out of conference tougher in any measurable way that matters. Like, so you got a bigger check and you lost to a FBS team. Okay, let's talk about our actual competition here and worrying about making the playoffs, which the SoCon teams should do more of. But yeah, no, I think it's without a doubt the toughest FCS out of conference games.
And that rant was brought to you by Mensch Greenhouse and Flower Shop. We appreciate.
Oh, that wasn't a rant.
Well, it was enough to mention it. To mention it. Anyway, thanks to Corey. We
didn't even get to put the timer up, man.
I'm sorry. Yeah, it was.
What, you want me to do it over?
we can talk
opportunities this year.
Let's talk about our upcoming neutral site game and go.
Oh my God. I you know what's funny? I'm actually excited about it, but that's a whole different thing. No, just put it down. Stop it. It's got to be natural. I can't force this.
It's way too early. I mean, it's cool that the game
2015
got announced.
All right.
But
oh man. Oh, Kevin's gonna be all over my like white on rice. Citadel beat South Carolina in 2015. I forgot it was that recent. They're only 10. They can't drink. That's in Wisconsin. They can drink in Wisconsin. As long as you're in the bar with your parents. So Kevin is I'm never gonna hear the end of that one. Oh,
that's okay. Kevin's not cool enough to actually be on this show right now, so he don't count.
John asks, what group is your biggest worry or wanting to see? I would say maybe the defensive backfield, just because it's the most unknown, I think. I think that there were enough known entities on the other position groups that it's you feel a little more comfortable just because you know them. But defensive backfield is very new, and not that I'm not confident in them, but it's just something that I'd like to see how they look, and excited to see it. What about you guys?
Yeah, I think I'm with you. I don't want to say to worry, but I am definitely want to see how the back end of the defense holds up. Just because that is probably the highest percentage of transfers we'll see on the field. Maybe. What are you shaking your head like that for?
Ron said long snapper. It's probably the most solid place we are.
I thought you were I was like, no, I'm pretty sure you got a lot of transfers. Maybe I'm wrong. Am I crazy? But yeah, that's the defensive backfield is probably the worry. I think I'm most excited. I'm most excited to see the run game in general. To see Loffridge take off and see how the 605 Hogs go. Man, I got a real good feeling about this O-line, and I'm excited for it.
Yeah,
I think we brought up kicker and until recently, that was maybe my biggest worry. But we bring in that stud from Northwestern, like not the one in purple, the one up
The
here,
one in Iowa.
the one in Iowa, where they have the Orange Festival, or the Orange City, where they have the Tulip Festival. Sorry,
Close.
yeah. Hey, if it was easy, everybody would do it, Brendan.
That's right.
A couple of things we haven't mentioned is the intriguing part that we have 2 transfers from Sac State to SDSU. So that's another interesting thing about this game. But the other ones, I'm excited for our defensive line. We talked about the need to rotate the defensive line, but one thing about the go-go offense that I did see when I watched some clips was there were a lot of unblocked defensive ends, especially. And I'm excited to see what our guys do. Almost every big play that broke on the go-go offense, they leave a guy or 2 unblocked, and they just hope that they'll follow the fake. And then there's the misdirection. And so I think it's going to be up to our defensive line to stay home, and the linebackers to not flow to the fake and make that play. But that group, man, I'm really excited to see what they do. Claiborne, Kirschman, just a bunch of names. Green. What's that?
John Green. Yeah.
Yeah. Logan Green.
Logan Green. Sorry. Why did I say?
It's like back to Green. What is that movie? Green Mile. But anyway, them and then the linebacking crew. Real excited to see McShane out there. I mean, he always looked like a beast and just ready to contribute. Excited to see him get his time. Chase Van Tol, he looks like a dude. Ready to see what he can do. So yeah, just I don't know, a lot of new faces, but a lot of excitement.
Coaches have been big on Ullman too. He's going to be our
Ullman as
linebacker running the defense. So yeah, we got some safeties that can come downhill and just hammer you like Stallbird.
For sure.
So I'm excited for that as well.
I will say with this go-go offense, and they're running an option off that guy that they're leaving there, and the goal isn't so much to make him follow the fake; it's to make him make the wrong decision, and that quarterback decides what he's going to do off of what he sees that guy doing. That's why you have to be so assignment sound on that, and that's going to be the real. It'll really test how disciplined our defense is. If you start chasing where you think the ball's going to go instead of what your job is, they're going to kill you. And that's why it's so effective. It takes advantage of a lack of discipline and overexcitement. So that's going to be real interesting to see for a first game, with as many, I think the D-line, they're veteran linebackers in the first game. Hope you don't get too amped up and try to be a hero or anything and get yourself in trouble.
Well, I think it's tough because I think, we're a team that prides ourselves to rally into the ball, and you can't do that as much against a team like this because if you're all rallying to the ball, you might be going the wrong way. And so somebody asked earlier, what are our thoughts on Jaden Rashada? Damon mentions he's a runner a lot of the time. Got to bury him. I'm interested to see. It's a guy that's been, at a lot of big name colleges, bounced around a ton. And, you kind of wonder why he never stuck. But clearly a guy that's talented enough. I mean, those programs don't bring in bums. He's got the talent and just, if he gets put in the right offense, he could be dangerous. And so don't really know what to think of him, but excited to see, what kind of challenge he presents.
Yeah. It's going to be fun, because the opposite side of that with the option is there's timing and things that a lot goes into that as well. You can't just be willy-nilly, and it can really start to steamroll fast on them in a loud environment if things start to go the wrong way and you get that quarterback panicky on what he thinks he has to do. It can get sideways on him real quick. So that is again where the crowd's going to come into play. Can you get in? Can we help the defense get in these guys' heads? This is going to be fun, man.
Yeah. Somebody, I like the question of who do you think is going to be the surprise breakout this year on both sides of the ball? I am going to take Creighton Gannon. I think Chase Mason is going to use the tight end quite a bit. And I think that linebackers are going to have a tough time making sure they stay home in case Chase scrambles and trying to cover Gannon as well. So I'll take Gannon on offense. On defense, I'll take Cullen McShane. I think he's going to be a dude, and I think he's going to have a big year.
I agree with your tight end assumption, although Luffridge, I think, is going to shine in our system. I mean, he's maybe more of a known.
Yeah, it's
I'll go with
debatable whether you call Luffridge a breakout or not.
Yeah.
Considering the seasons he's had so far, but
I'm gonna go with Graham Goring on offense. I think he's gonna have a breakout year this year. A little bit of a bounce back and really open some people's eyes. We've seen it before where with the Yankee twins where they had some hand troubles a little bit at the start of their career and then became all-timers. So I'm going to put my chips on him, and then I'll put I'm going to go in on Ripperda. I had to pick a defensive lineman on this, and Kobe Claiborne wouldn't really be I don't think that'd be a breakout. He's already broken out.
Right.
So I'm going to go with Ripperda to have the big year and open some eyes here, getting some sacks, getting after quarterback.
Oh yeah, I love what I've seen from him. A lot of mentions of Chase Van Tol. He's a local product that a lot of people have seen do big things. And Gary mentions Pika being the juggernaut. I'm excited to see him come in with that. I mean, it was hilarious last year watching Quentin Christensen wear, or was it 2 years ago?
2 years ago.
Wear a tight end jersey. And so I think it's going to be just as funny seeing Pika wear a tight end jersey. But excited to see him come out and, as he put it in his audio clip, do some damage. So,
I like that, Steve.
It's a great attitude to have right there.
Ooh, Grim Ripperda. I like that.
Grim Ripperda. Oh man, you could have some cool celebrations off of that. We're going to forward that to Tyler Merriam, I think.
He needs to. Yeah, if he doesn't have a sack celebration yet, that's what it needs to be, is a Grim Reaper.
He just stands over him like he's holding the sign.
Yeah,
I mean, not over him.
Yeah, I was going to say, doesn't that draw a flag?
But,
and then like a slash with the side, maybe. Not a slash. Like,
this will cost. You'll lose a game from this. Did you know that? You can lose games.
That'll cost you a whole game. That's the only reason they lost, too.
It is.
Just ask him. Where's Brian? I was hoping to bait Brian into the comments with that one.
XD's asking if the Brandon Valley kid could have a freshman breakout year like did a couple of years ago. Are you talking about Lane and Delaney?
Yeah, I must be talking about Delaney and Will compared to Wildy.
I would have thought possibly, but with the reports we're getting on how deep the receiver room is, he might redshirt this year. We might just have
mid-season. We'll see him.
Yeah, and then they may use his 4 games at some point, and maybe we see him in the playoffs or something. But I mean, he looks like he can play FCS ball, and I'm excited to see what he does. But it sounds like we've got some dudes that transferred in that are gonna make some noise too. Excited to see. We still got Ogroski and Goring, but sounds like Alex Bullock's playing well. Garcia Castaneda's playing well. So, I think there's going to be we're going to be spreading the ball around, which is it'll be fun to watch. I mean, I think what I've just been licking my chops about is knowing that defenses are going to have to prepare for Chase Mason to take off at any time, but also be able to cover the playmakers we got on the outside. And so just excited to see how that goes.
To be honest, kind of what I expect out of Mason this year is to look similar to Mark like freshman sophomore year, where Mark was a much more polished passer. He was a good passer. He was a very good passer. This is going well. I think he's going to be a great, more polished passer next year. But I think he'll be more like Mark in his freshman sophomore year, at least how they treat him in the offense. I think we know he has a bigger arm and more arm talent. I think the passing polish will come a little more next year, but I'll be pleasantly surprised to be wrong. And
I wouldn't. I don't know if I'd go out. I wouldn't say arm talent. I would say arm strength for sure. Mark had plenty of arm talent.
Right. Well,
yeah.
I'm not saying
guys with the big arms have to work on those intermediate and short.
Yeah, I'm not saying it in a. I don't say that as a detriment against Mark. Mark has, in my opinion, more than enough arm to go to any level that he so chooses and be successful. But I think, I just think that, I mean, there's NFL arms and then there's Brett Favre, right? Like, and Aaron Rodgers. I mean, go and if you forgot what Brett Favre throws were like, it was go watch some clips. Like, there's a difference. Like, you can have a really good arm but not be Brett Favre, and that's kind of more than what I was going off of.
Yeah, and I think he's got the baseball player arm, like Mahomes does a little bit too, where it doesn't look like they throw it that hard, but the ball goes screaming out of there.
Yeah.
And so I'm excited to watch that too and see people's reactions to just how far he can throw the ball just on the flick.
Yeah.
And how quickly he can get it there. And you know that guys don't have to be as open when you can get the ball there that quick. And so excited to see that. Somebody said Jabor Gibbs comparison. I think he's a more athletic and stronger arm, and so not really.
That's not a great comp, I don't think.
But
more like Thomas O'Brien had that rocket arm, but way more athletic than Thomas O'Brien. But Tommy O'Brien had a rocket arm. That's going back a ways, but
yeah. No, hey, welcome to the party, Zach. Glad you have you here, buddy.
Yeah, I agree with his take on Reese Kirschman over breakout season. That guy looks ready, and there's something about because he's wearing number 8 now, I think.
Yeah,
there's a single digit.
I love
there's
that.
Something about a D lineman wearing a single digit. It just makes him like look faster or something like that. Like I don't know. What
it just looks nasty to me.
It really does.
There's people who get all pissy and bent on it. I tried the right numbers. I like my numbers the way I are. Back in my day, the defensive linemen had to all wear numbers in the 80s. Yeah, no, stop it. Sorry, 90s, whatever. But yeah, no, I think it's awesome. I love it. And on that note, our receivers, like almost none of them have numbers in the 80s, by the way. Like almost all of them are like in the single digits or the teens, which will be fun.
Well, did we properly cover it?
Yeah. Zach is right. He does say single digit D line better be good or you got to switch numbers. That's a fact.
That's true.
Facts. You can't be rocking like the 8 out there and be getting put on your back every time. That's a bad thing.
I do love Seth mentions the BYU quarterback wearing 47. That's hilarious.
That's so awesome. That's so awesome.
I don't know if you guys have noticed, but Zach has been pumping out the content like nobody's business this year.
Oh yeah.
So kudos to Zach, man. You've been running.
Yes. And speaking of FCS Nation came out with their starting another round of Northwestern Mutual's Alex Lemonade stand sponsorship. They have not quite announced, I don't think yet, who our representative is, but we're very excited to share that when that happens. However, Northwestern Mutual is a proud sponsor of the B team with our Garage Time segment. As always, we are more than excited to have Chad do all the work of putting shots and then give us all the glory. Because he's a stud. He's a caring man like that. So
for
come
the
down
kids.
to the tailgate and get the pudding shots aren't for the kids, but they're for the kids.
Yeah, I mean we're imbibing alcohol for the love of children.
For children.
To help
this is getting worse. Yeah.
I'm gonna quit.
We're getting drunk to help kids, and that's good. So Yeah, so and we've got some other things cooking with that. It's going to be great. The goal this year is overall $100,000. Jackrabbit Nation, BT Mafia, we raised I think $29,000 last year, which is a phenomenal number. It beat what we did the year prior, and I am excited to see what heights we can reach this year to take out and get rid of childhood cancer once and for all. That it couldn't have a better cause to put our money towards and put ourselves behind. So we were just tickled pink to be working with Northwestern Mutual and Chris Schenkel on that, and of course with Northwestern Mutual, if you don't have a retirement plan or aren't real sure or just want to know more ways to make your money work for you, head down to Northwestern Mutual. They'll meet with you for free and give you some guidance on any of those things and get your future in order for you, so you got that weight off your mind. So head down to talk to the great folks in Sioux Falls with Chris Schenkel and the gang down there and get yourself a plan set straight at Northwestern Mutual. And I'm being informed in the back room that it is #ChaseTheCure. I don't know, because we're going to run it down.
We're going to chase after the cure for childhood cancer.
Down. For lemon drop challenge. How many? Oh, you! I can do a lot of lemon drops. That's
there you go, Pat. Speaking of lemons, what a great beer
I can't do it this weekend because the wife's on pain pills and can't really drive. So,
plus you got a show to, do before.
Well, I'd do it at tailgating, and then I'd come home and then let Borg go and let him do his thing, and I'll nap for the late night show.
You know what I want to see with Alex Lemonade Stand is some of these other schools like challenging us.
Yes.
Because
that's not cocky at all. I love it.
I'm just saying.
We almost doubled up everybody.
Honesty.
We almost matched everybody combined last year. Come on, step up.
How come Kevin isn't weighing in on that? He's in the chat.
Also,
aren't you?
I feel like we didn't even try that hard. Make us actually try to get some funds into this thing. If you'd actually push us,
sweat.
Well, I know you work hard, Chad. I'm sorry, but I'm trying to get the other fan bases riled up. I heard that Montana State has somebody that they should get behind, and so Ron. That's your assignment, is to get your people behind whoever Montana State's player is.
I hear in Montana State they're all about getting behind.
Okay.
Causes
Anyway.
behind causes.
Sheep, but whatever.
That's what they name their sheep. Causes.
Squarely in garage time with a perfect graphic for
Ron,
that.
if you're wondering, we're talking shit directly to you and your friends that you can't raise enough money to beat us in beating childhood cancer, you goobers.
That's 110 proof there. 111.
Bozeman is a lovely town. There's my nice thing.
All right. Well,
Drive there.
Anything else on this game other than I will say somebody asked earlier if they're still here. They asked about what did they ask about? Some about scared money don't make money. I don't remember what they asked, but anyway. Oh yeah, I think Jim asked if it's on Thursday. I think our plans are going Wednesday this year. Yeah. Monday and Wednesday. Monday.
We're gonna start on Wednesday.
That was Jim that asked about it
because struggle is to get the big lines.
Concert. Sorry.
Yeah, well, especially this week with Jack's Bash being on Thursday, but
yeah, that's what we talk
about. We'll start out with Monday and Wednesday, see how it goes. But Wednesday night, tune in for that because if you remember, Alex lost the pick challenge, and he had to do something a little crazy for his punishment. Have we told people his punishment?
Bow.
I don't know that you have.
Oh yeah, we talked about his punishment.
Yeah, but
yes, we did.
Might
need
a
refresher. We did.
He's making a risque calendar of some sort.
That's right.
So I expect at least 12 pictures of Alex in compromising outfits and positions. So
now here's a thought: could we have a local print shop make copies and take the proceeds and give it to Alex's lemonade stand?
Yes,
we talked about. I don't know.
I like this idea.
We talked about selling them, but I was like, who's gonna buy it? I don't I mean, I don't want to buy one. I'm not. What am I
B
gonna?
Team's a bunch of sick. B Team Mafia is a bunch of sickos, man.
They will
people
buy
are gonna
it,
buy it.
just to show other people.
Yes, he did boudoir's photos.
No way he did
Boudoir.
boudoir photos.
Not quite boudoir.
Not quite, but it's not that far off? Question mark. I've seen some of them. Check your. She shared a Google Drive with them.
They're in pretty good
It's gotta
taste.
be
I'd
in my
say.
spam or something.
They're
'cause I don't-
tasteful. Yeah, like they're not
They're
gonna
in pretty good taste.
eat like I wouldn't purposely show them like in a public space where kids walk by, but like you're not gonna get in
Really?
trouble for it either.
I was gonna hang him in our porta potty at
God, that'd be
tailgate,
amazing.
Beth
That'd be
says
hilarious.
it's not
Yes.
X-rated Jackrabbit Friends Club.
Beth, I haven't seen a Google Drive folder with you, so you might have just shared it with somebody else. That's not me.
Oh my God. I hope so.
Oh, some
Oh
dude
my
in
God,
China's
I
like,
hope-
why is this wife sending me pictures
I
of her
like that.
husband?
It's a boudoir calendar.
Boudoir.
Someone at Cubby's got it.
Cool, she says.
Cool. All right. All right.
Yeah, no, I don't have anything, so unless it is still out in the interwebs.
God. Oh, that'll be
For the shape, not the
best.
flavor, Dustin.
Oh, that would that'll make my day. I hope it went to some other bed.
I do too. All right. Anything
Someone
else we gotta
works
say before we get off here? So Wednesday night is Scare Money Don't Make Money, the reveal of the Boudoir calendar, and then Saturday we got fan cakes at 9 a.m. at Wooden Legs, the debut of Garage Time Beer. We'll be live there. I think we're gonna maybe like take some fan interaction there, ask some fans some questions, have you rate Garage Time, maybe predict the game, things like that. So come on down, it should be a lot of fun.
If you don't like it, don't rate it.
I don't know.
We'll boo you off the stage.
Yeah.
Wrong show. God. Ron's not in mid-season.
You were on last
God.
night. You got my score prediction, bud. So apparently she did send it to the
Yes.
It's Ben that she works with. She's gonna have to see him tomorrow.
Oh my God,
they're pretty awesome.
I wasn't lying. They're amazing.
These are incredible.
Aren't they?
Can I show one right now?
Just Beth.
I think maybe you should give a primer.
I mean, you did fantastic work, Beth.
Give the least provocative one.
I'm giving all the credit to Beth on this.
She did good work because
no one knows what it means. It's provocative.
She wanted to embarrass her husband a little bit, apparently.
That's the title of the calendar. No one knows what it means.
Okay, let me just say,
cousin Jesse's on tonight.
Huge props to Alex for doing it right.
Huge props. I am questioning his ability to be sexy though, because
I mean he's got 3 kids.
Well, yeah.
Every comment I have for that I cannot say, which is amazing because I say a lot on this show.
I mean, that's why God invented liquor.
We did tell him satirical, so that's maybe he was going after satirical. Here, let's we'll get this in, and then we'll get off here before we go too late.
Let's not talk about that calendar and say that.
Oh, I've got way too many things going on here. Let's see. All right.
this
Wait, where?
Beth, I'm going to tell you right now. No man.
Just read the comment. You got to read it for the podcast.
Beth says, "Do you guys want to know how much we fought over him being like, this is my sexy face?"
Yeah, she was like, "No, it's not."
There's maybe I'm wrong, but I don't think there's a single one of us on this earth who knows what our sexy face is in the first place. So that's what happens. That is.
There you go. That's a good one.
This is a dude being a dude on a Kubota.
Yep. Thank you, Kubota, for the sponsorship, and thank you,
Alex,
for the entertainment.
Yeah, that's his sexy face, apparently.
It's
great.
something.
You know, when we go through these photos, what has to play in the background? Little JT.
Bringing sexy back.
He is going to grease up that tractor.
Thanks, Dustin.
Maybe he already did, Rev. You wait.
That said, the best part of that photo, him sitting on the tractor, is they had to walk around in the cold to wait for them to leave the parking lot so they could take an awkward picture. Is what I'm assuming she's saying. Yeah, and not have people wonder why they're getting on a tractor taking odd photos.
I'm just
them being the customers. My bad.
I'm just imagining Alex being like, I am being sexy. I can't do anymore. I can't be any more sexy than I am right now.
You're not attracted to my animal magnetism right now? Are you kidding?
Sucker.
And I can tell you, I promise you, that is not the best one by far.
Oh no,
it's not. No,
you got to tune in Wednesday night to see the rest of them.
Wednesday
And I'm going to put them in calendar form because in case there are any sickos out there that do want to buy a calendar, we're going to have one available.
Yes. I think proceeds to Alex's lemonade stands. I mean,
we could do that.
Yeah, we could do that.
Perfect. It's been decided. All right, we got to go out of here. It's almost a minute or an hour and 15. So we
melts. We know this at
thank you, folks, for hanging out with us tonight. We appreciate it. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube. We're trying to pump them numbers up if at all possible. And yeah, that's my plug.
Perfect. Well, thank you, Jim. Appreciate it. Like Jim says, like we always say, go big, go blue,
go Jazz.